Go and see and learn.
Oh, of
What
course,
is the
of course,
life?
of course.
Because one day you die, we die. We don't carry nothing.
Oh yeah, we know, yeah, of course. Tu paletela agora. There are places in this world where things are just different. Places that look like they exist outside of a space and time, and where everything just feels off. You can't always see it or put your finger on it, but you just know it's there. In today's video we are going to go to one of these places, on the very edge of spectre of extreme experiences, and there we will find Varanasi, the city of death. Okay, everyone, so we are here in Varanasi, first time on the streets of the city of death, and yeah, it looks pretty wild. Like, you know, you see it on the pictures and everything, but now that we come here we can see, you know, really all the charm of this city. And yeah, it's already pretty late, unfortunately, so we don't have much time to explore it during the daytime. So what we are going to do is that we are just gonna go like near the riverside, and we will pass maybe like 2.5 kilometers, just walk through the river, see all the ghats which are here, and yeah, that's pretty much it that we will do today. So yeah, let's start the journey through the city of death. Oh wow. For now, like, the first impressions for me is that it doesn't really look that much different than any other Indian city. Like, if you see the old like core of, I don't know, like Ahmedabad, I mean, it's different, don't get me wrong, it's different, but you know, the vibe is the same. It's kind of similar still. So now we are gonna go, and when we get to these more busier ghats, then we will see what difference does it make. And yes, the one thing that we noticed from the point that we left the airport was that city looked pretty usual. There were new buildings, new stores, and if I didn't know where I am, I would never think that I was in the spiritual capital of India. But oh, how quickly things change here. And now right there, you can see the smoke coming. And I'm pretty sure I know what is that smoke from and why is it burning there. Now this place is starting to get just slightly more crazy, because like where we came behind us, there were like not a lot of people, so it was like kind of calm and nice, but now there are like a lot of people, there is like smoke, and this is like literally 100 meters from where we started. So it's getting pretty quickly, it's getting way different than it was back there.
Which country you are from?
Croatia, in Europe.
I see. How do you like Varanasi?
We just came and we like it.
You saw the Burning Ghat?
Yes, there, right?
You have seen?
Yeah, we are now just seeing it for the first time.
Go and see and learn.
Oh, of
What
course,
is the
of course.
life?
Of course.
Because one day you die, we die. We don't carry nothing.
Oh yeah, we know, yeah, of course. Tu paletela agora. And yes, probably by looking at all this wood you can make a conclusion where we are, and we are at Burning Ghat, probably the most spoken about place in all of Varanasi. Okay.
No photo on you.
A video, okay?
No.
Nothing.
Oh.
Oh, okay, of course.
You can look and learn the story.
Okay, so we just like for the first time saw the body being burned, and you can't film that obviously, but like what is interesting to see is like the feel, like it a little bit like the atmosphere change when you get there. So you're like walking through the city and it's like a normal city, and then suddenly, you know, like you get to this place, to this ghat where the bodies are being burnt, and I guess like you can see on the people's faces and in the atmosphere, you can kind of feel how it changes a bit, and you get, you know, suddenly you're like on a different place. And then, you know, you like walk 50 more meters past that point, and again you're like in a normal city. That doesn't have to be Varanasi, it can be any other city in India. And yeah, it's interesting how quickly it changes. It gets from like normal to like this crazy place, and then like it returns back to normal. Anyway, like for me it wasn't that shocking because I already read about it online and everything, so I'm kind of mentally prepared. But yeah, it is a little bit surreal, you know, when you think about it from the viewpoint of like person living in Europe. It's like almost like surreal to think about like the fact that there is a place where things like this are being done, and that is like so connected to this like spirituality, I guess. Maybe the best way to say it. Okay, we are starting the boat ride right now, so let's go.
Najprv ću snimit.
On the other side there is nothing, right?
Other side also, in the same. People go walking, shower, picnic.
Oh, okay. So is this one like that's the main Ghat?
6:20 they start the ceremony, Ganga Aarti.
Oh, okay. And
7 feast, music, fire, mantra.
and how old is the Ghat? When was it built? How old the
Very
Ghat?
old, because Varanasi is very old city in the world. Very old city in the world. So difficult to say.
Once you come to Varanasi, you realize that Ganga has certain pull, and that every road and every street leads to the river, because that is the culmination of this city, its essence, its soul. But unlike chaos that will surround you on the coast, once you come to River Ganga, like in the eye of the storm, you will find peace. Okay, we just finished the boat ride, and it was a very good experience, I think. You know, when you, whoops, I almost fell down. So when you look, you know, when you go through the city and look for Ghats and you see them, but kind of when you're on the boat, you can kind of make sense of it all, because you can see all the Ghat with like one look. You know, when you're passing through it, you can't really get sense of it as good as you can from the sea. So I suggest, if you like come to Varanasi, I think it's a good idea to like take the boat. Hello. When I'm walking through these streets, I almost feel like I'm walking through the streets of some old city, because the streets are so narrow and the buildings are old, and you can see all these like souvenir shops that are selling these old school crafted goods, and some like restaurants, and yeah, it just kind of gives this old school vibes. If it wasn't for the motorbikes, I would feel like I'm in some different time. Yeah, this is a nice street, a little bit bigger, it's more spacious. Yeah. Hello. So we just entered some temple, and one guy told us that here is like a local market and that everything is very cheap, and that we should come here and buy something if we like the cheap stuff.
More.
Okay.
And this one is Bulgari Indian.
Pazi ovog tipa. Wow. How much is that one?
This is 2000.
This is 2000, okay. One more thing that we did besides buying some souvenirs was visiting temples, because one thing Varanasi is known for is its 2000 temples that you will literally see everywhere. But unfortunately, most of the times we were asked not to film inside, which was very much in contrast with the experiences that we had in other cities, when we were in some cases even encouraged to film. And it showed us how strictly people think about religion in this city. You can really see here how people are much more devoted to religion. And you know, like starting from the clothes they are wearing, like also in the shops you can always see these pictures of Hindu gods. So you can really see the difference. And here you can see the smoke from the bodies that are burnt here 24/7, so never stops. Now, like 1 minute ago, I met this guy who I met when I first time passed here, and he recognized me and he asked like, which country are you from? And I said Croatia, and he asked me, he said, do you smoke hash? And I was like, oh no, thank you. But yeah, hash is apparently, they say it's really good. But I'm not sure, I'm a little bit scared to try it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty scared actually to try it. We took a short stroll before returning to the hotel, and I have to tell you, after the night falls, this city feels like a completely different place. It's almost as it has shown itself in its true form, and then you realize that you are on a place that is completely different from anything you've seen before. So yeah, we just returned to the hotel room after like 3.5 hours of exploring. And yeah, it was like an unusual day for us. You know, at the beginning for me it was like, it didn't really get to me, this place, but you know, as the time started passing, and especially after the night came, you know, I kind of started feeling the weight of this place, and you know, yeah, I don't like it. It kind of has this, I don't know, it has this weight, you know, this is not a place where you can come and really be relaxed. It's like more of a place where, I don't know, I mean, it's a religious place, but for me, who come from such a different, you know, surrounding and such a different culture, for me this is like very unusual, and kind of, you know, it has this weight, and it's kind of tiring, and it makes me a little bit uneasy, to be honest, you know. How do you feel about it?
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're coughing a lot also. Yeah, like there is so much smoke outside, and then like you feel like little bit coffee after you come back. But yeah, I mean, we survived the first day, and now tomorrow we have the full day, and yeah, that's it. We are gonna rest a little bit, maybe watch some movie, and then like tomorrow we are gonna continue the exploration of the city.